Reading from the Holy Gospel according to Luke.
Glory to you, Lord.
Jesus said to his disciples, "A good tree does not bear rotten fruit, nor does a rotten tree bear good fruit. For every tree is known by its own fruit. For people do not pick figs from thorn bushes, nor do they gather grapes from brambles. A good person out of the store of goodness in his heart produces good. But an evil person out of the store of evil produces evil. For from the fullness of the heart the mouth speaks." Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ.
But an evil person out of the store of evil produces evil. Hold that thought. Has anybody here seen any of the Rocky movies or a partial of them? Has anybody seen those? See a few of them. Well, the Rocky movies, it was this guy, he was kind of uneducated, didn't speak very well, but he had a big heart, and yet eventually became the heavyweight champion of the world. But he just got beat on. I mean, this guy took more punishment than is humanly possible, but that's because of Hollywood. But I mean, this guy took punch after punch after punch after punch. Well, that's what I've been feeling the last few days. As a Christian, I'm expected to take a punch. You know, and it all started years ago, quite frankly, for me at least. I remember back in the 70s, we were told, you know, oh, abortion, people are dying in the back alleys, and that's bad, I get it. And it's just a blob of cells. So, okay. The country then accepts abortion. Then there's the cry of the same-sex attracted people. There used to be sodomy laws, I'm sure you remember them, where you were found, you know, in a homosexual relationship, you were put in jail. And we were told, listen, what we do in the privacy of our bedroom is between us and God. You shouldn't throw us in jail for it. So the sodomy laws were repealed. You know, there's a good argument for that. You know, they want to waste their souls. Okay, I don't like it. I'll try to convert them. And I love them as children of God. But anyway, we took it. Then it became, oh, gee, we want to get married. Well, marriage is between a man and a woman. And then the Supreme Court, in its infinite wisdom, says, no, homosexuals can get married. It was a punch. We were expected to take it. And now we've got this transgender thing going on. We're God's creation, the greatest gift that he gives us, the gift of life, knitted in our mother's womb. We're expected as parents to not even know that the school is giving them beta blockers or puberty blockers or whatever it is. We're just expected to take the punch. And, I mean, I could go on, but what's really got me wound up this morning, as you can probably tell I'm wound up, is what happened at the Olympic opening ceremony. You know, I've seen some things that are just crazy. Several years ago, there was this Frito-Lay commercial during the Super Bowl. It's a Catholic mass. People are coming up for communion. And the priest picks a Dorito, and the guy says, that looks like ranch. And the priest says it is. He says, if you want the regular, it's over there. I'm a Christian. I'm expected to take it. Yeah, I haven't bought, my family hasn't bought a Frito-Lay product since. But yeah, what really got me wound up is this Olympic ceremony where the drag queens blasphemed our Last Supper, where Mass was created, where the Eucharist was created. We're just expected to take it. I'm getting tired of taking punches. In Lafayette, Indiana, they they had an art fair on the courthouse square, on courthouse property. I'm not going to describe some of the art that was there. It was so blasphemous. I don't even want to repeat it in the presence of our Lord. If you don't like it, don't look at it. But if we want to put a nativity at Christmas time, oh no, you can't do that. We're expected to take it and like it. Today we celebrate the feast of St. Peter Chrysogonus. I probably pronounced that wrong, so bear with me. Chrysogonus means golden tongue or golden words. St. Peter lived in the 5th century, which was a very tumultuous time in our church. He was made a priest and then a bishop. St. Peter did not take a punch lightly. He was struggling with pagans in his diocese, and he was also struggling with the heresies of Arianism, and I want to make sure I halfway pronounce this one correctly, monophysicianism. Anyway, that last one is where they say, where the believers of that heresy believed that Jesus was 100% divine, but not human. And so St. Peter fought against that. He also fought against the Arians. And the Arians said, well, Jesus was not eternal, he was created by the Father. And he also was a fine preacher. He was made a doctor of the church by Pope Benedict, just our recent pope. But St. Peter didn't take a punch. He stood up for the faith. He preached daily reception of the Eucharist, and I see you've probably been reading his works because you're here for the daily reception of the Eucharist. And he also talked about the virginity of the ever-Virgin Mary being ever-Virgin, and many other things. He was a crusader. He didn't take a punch. So what can we do? We can't affect the Olympics, I get that. But we can do 3 things. We can pray for the conversion of our world and of our country. We can pray for those who are afflicted with same-sex attraction, with transgenderism. They're humans. They are beings. They are children of God. They deserve dignity. But we can't pat them on the back and tell them they're okay. So we need to pray. We need to witness our faith. Live and witness your faith. And finally, maybe the hardest thing to do is, as Catholics, we need to consider our vote. Because that's where we can put some teeth back into some morals in our country. And it's very difficult to do because it's not just a Democrat or Republican thing. There are guys and gals on both sides of the aisle that are on the wrong side of morality. It also takes much research. It's important in our local elections, particularly our school boards, and finding out how these school boards candidates, what their platform is difficult. It takes a lot of searching on the internet. But as Catholics, we need to consider the policies, not the name on the party, when we go in and pull that lever. Because we are Catholics, we're to be the light of the world, and we can't let the light of Christ be drowned out by all the stuff I just talked about. Because it influences our young people. I'm tired of taking punch. How about you? And I apologize, I've gone on too long.